William Benjamin Valentine Bailey was born in 1859 in San Francisco and came with his family as a young boy to Yale, BC. Here, as a young man, William worked for Oppenheimer Brothers in their store business. He later worked for the CPR construction camps under a contractor by the name of Kiefer. Harvey was born in England and, like Bailey, began a career with the CPR as bookkeeper for Andrew Onderdonk, contractor for the rail line from Yale to Kamloops. Both Bailey and Harvey were engaged in these operations throughout construction, and upon completion took over the commissionary from the camps and opened stores in the smaller centres. The men had first opened a store in Enderby, BC. However, it did not have the promise that was anticipated, so they set out to look for a better location. As a result, they came to Ashcroft, and in 1887 they bought a store operated by Tom Kirkpatrick. In 1900, they tore down the original store and constructed a new brick building. The Enderby store was then sold, and all their attention was focused on the store in Ashcroft. This was the beginnings of one of the most well-known stores in Ashcroft history, the Harvey Bailey. Also, at this time, Bailey bought out Walter Gladwin's forwarding business and ran it as Bailey and Company Forwarding and Storage. The Harvey Bailey store sold a wide variety of merchandise, including clothing, shoes, canned and fresh food, watches and jewelry, holiday decorations, hunting and traveling gear, and much more. The Harvey Bailey also carried a huge inventory of cedar root baskets, which they took orders for and shipped all around the world. The Harvey Bailey was the place to go for all your needs and wants. One of the partners' favorite pastimes was hunting, and every fall, come hell or high water, they could be found in the 100-mile district, where they hunted fowl. This adventure not only included Oliver and William and some of their children, but Mrs. Bailey. The steady stream of people and goods heading out of Ashcroft to the north created a thriving business for the partners. Also working at the store were George and Marcus Bailey, brothers to William, and Henry Harvey, Oliver's brother. In 1910, both William Bailey and Oliver Harvey retired, and the business was taken over by Marcus, George, and J.A. Sutherland. Oliver and William were not only partners, but they were neighbors. William built a house located at 309 Brink, and here he raised a family of 6. Oliver Harvey resided right next door in the bottom floor of the IOOF building. Both of these structures were built in 1895. When Bailey retired, he sold the dwelling to Frank Houston, who owned the drugstore. The IOOF building has been home to a few different businesses, including a funeral parlor as well as a hair salon. The Harvey Bailey store was destroyed in the 1916 fire, but it was soon rebuilt. The store continued to be managed by the Bailey family until the 1940s. Then it was sold to Pete Russell. The Harvey Bailey store went through some renovations on the inside over the years, but the outside kept its original appearance. In the 1960s, the Harvey Bailey store was converted into a grocery store, which was owned by Pat Parsons. In later years, the building with new owners was sectioned into little shops, which included shoe store, ice cream parlor, clothing store, and a restaurant with live music. In 2001, the Harvey Bailey was destroyed by fire, and all that remains on that lot is the old Harvey Bailey safe.